What's happening, everybody? It's the beginning of the new week. Hope everybody's been enjoying Xbox gaming and the Xbox gaming community. There's one thing that I got to rant about, guys, that we're going to talk about here. Yes, it's a live stream about it. It's not really a podcast, but I think this really needs to be addressed. You know what I mean? What's up, Zinc? Zinc in the building. What's up, brother? Unlimited in the building. What's up, man? What's up, Young Money? What's going on, guys? Yo, man, we gotta talk a little bit, man. We gotta talk a little bit about, the toxicity, man, in the Xbox gaming community. My perspective, man. You know, and man, I'm gonna tell you what. After all this stuff, brothers, that happened to us, you know, and you got people out here that do these podcasts that still try to damage control for Sony, and these are supposedly Xbox eccentric channels. And it's not everybody that's on the panel. It's maybe a couple or maybe one of them that are on the panel that still try to damage control for Sony, Unlimited and Zinc. And I don't like it, man. It seems like, I don't want to name the podcast. I do like the podcast, but it seems like they always try to damage control what Sony has done or tried to do to Xbox. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're getting paid or getting free games or anything like that for their PlayStation 5s or whatever. But, the other panels, a couple of them seem to agree, that they need to get this work out here. PlayStation, I'm not saying sorry for anything that happens to them. You guys know that. I am a gamer at the end of the day, and I believe everybody deserves a fair shot. And Xbox has not got a fair shot since 2013. And these particular people out here in the gaming community are still damage controlling. Well, Sony still got, they got other games coming and different things like that. No, they have multiplats that are coming. It's not in-house. Xbox have more games in-house that are coming out for Xbox. It's like they try to damage control it and try to put a Band-Aid on them. They don't need no Band-Aid, okay? All right? They need to take this L with no Vaseline. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. I'm hardcore to the core of Xbox. I bleed green. And I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that I have to be, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really not. But they deserve this work. Unlimited, Zinc, Hebot, myself, E-Rock, a lot of us, we're going to give them that work because we put up with this crap since 2013. And then you have people out here that try to damage control what Sony is doing. You know what I mean? You need that work, okay? There is no damage control, and you deserve everything you get. You deserve everything you get. You deserve not to exist anymore. Okay, I'm not apologizing for that at all. You deserve not to exist anymore. You let all these folks out here, okay, criticize my brother Hebot, calling him fat, gay, a child molester. He beats his wife. He does this. He does that. You know what I mean? And you try to make other people that are out in the gaming community believe that he's like that. And I've met the brother. I broke bread at his house. I ate with his family. They're all very nice. And he's nothing like that. And I never thought he was nothing like that back then. Okay? And Sony never addressed these things. What does Xbox do? Xbox addresses racism. They don't want racism in their gaming. Like when you're into Call of Duty, Halo, Gears, whatever you're playing. They don't want that to be happening. They want that to be reported. Okay? But they like to put under the rug. They like to shove under the rug that the one guy that was on Sony was trying to get at a young adult. Trying to get them, maybe trying to molest them. I don't know, but they were trying to get out a young adult. But see, after like that little bit of a time, they swept it under the rug. They never address anything that their so-called fans are supposed to be of PlayStation. They don't come out like Xbox does. and people in Microsoft. They don't. They let it keep going on because they feed off of that. They fed off of that. Okay, so now that Xbox, and to me, in my opinion, they've been winning since 2013. I don't care what anybody says. They've been winning since 2013. All right, we had the better lineup of games. I don't need to go over that again with you guys. If you're very knowledgeable with Xbox and you're down with Xbox, you know that. Okay, all right, they deserve this work. There is no sorries. I'm not apologizing for that company at all. I'm not, because they let this stuff go on. They didn't come out and dress and say, "Hey guys, why are you bothering people over that like Xbox and spewing toxicity in the gaming community? We're part of gaming, right? We're part of gaming. We're part of the gaming community. PlayStation is part of the gaming community, right, guys? They're part of Nintendo's part of the gaming community. Xbox is part of the gaming community. PC is part of the gaming community. And PlayStation is part of the gaming community. So why didn't they come out and address things like that? Because they don't care. The only thing they care about is your dollar. That's it. They don't care about nothing else. If it comes to stuff like that that's going on with people getting harassed all the time on their videos, and stuff like that, talking about Xbox, they never address none of that shit. But Xbox does, and they have. I am an Xbox ambassador. I'm an Xbox ambassador. I've been an Xbox ambassador for a long time. So I read the forums and I read everything that's on there. Okay? Sony does not do that. All right. I don't know if Nintendo does, but I know Sony doesn't. And I know my brothers are chiming in the chat, and I'm gonna get to the chat, here in a minute. But they don't do that. They don't. You deserve this. Okay. You deserve this rant from your boy Sega Man early in the morning. You deserve this rant. I want you to wake up to this, because we always wake up to it dinging on our phones. All right. So I want you to wake up to this video of an Xbox-centric channel telling you that you're going to get this work. You're going to keep getting this work from Others Inc. You're going to keep getting this work from me. You're going to keep getting this work from our brother Unlimited Production that's always on fire. And you're definitely 100%, baby, are going to keep getting that work from the most powerful gamer, Hebot. You're going to keep getting that work. He does not do them all the time, but when he does them exquisitely. And it hurts, and it hurts when he does it. And E-Rock, you're definitely going to get it raw from E-Rock. You're going to keep getting this work. Okay? You started it, and we're going to finish it. That's just the way it is. Sony, you're finished. You're finished. Okay? They had a lot of time. What's up, Louis Frag? What's up, Unlimited? What's up, Peltrex? What's up, Bob? What's up, brother? I'm glad y'all can come and join me. You're going to get this work, okay? It's not going to stop until you're gone. That's just the truth. Just like Unlimited says, the ultimate truth is that this is not going to stop until you're gone, okay? So if Sony does somehow survive, you're still going to get this work. We are going to be here to give you this work. We're not going anywhere. Xbox as a company, as a system, as a gaming software giant, we're not going anywhere. Get it through your head. The third party thing, that is laughable. You see what I'm saying? They got to find something. Remember what I told you, Unlimited? Zinc, you guys all know this. They always got to find something, like the milk and crannies in an English muffin. They got to find something. With that third party bullcrap, this is what I'm talking about. They can't stop. But guess what? We're not going to stop. We're going to keep putting you on blast every single time. Unlimited does a fantastic job of that. Also, our First Lady of Chat does it exquisitely, putting you on blast, which is Dea 4568. We're going to keep putting you on blast regardless. okay? Because it's not going to stop until you're done. And then you got these the thing is that really bothers me is you got these Xbox guys out here and women that have podcasts that are supposed to be Xbox centric, and you're still damage controlling PlayStation. They'll say something like, well, I have a PlayStation and it's just collecting dust. I'm not even playing it. But then you go and say, well, let's not beat up on Sony so much. And, you know, they still got games coming and this and that. I don't understand you. Okay? You're only doing that because you're trying to cater to your channel and your fan base on it. You don't want to lose no subscribers. That's what that's all about. Okay? I'm real out here. If I lose a subscriber because I don't like what they don't like what I have to say about Sony, then shall be it. They can go. Because I'm going to be myself. Okay? Stop damage controlling Sony. Okay? They're not good for gaming. They are the toxicity that's out here in the gaming community. All right? Most of it is Sony. I'm not saying that Xbox guys, there is some out there that do that, but it's more on the Sony side, and you guys know it. Nintendo, hardly. Xbox, hardly. The most toxicity out here when it comes to the gaming community is in the Sony camp. And Sony, you as a company, as supposed to be a gaming company and games for software, you should be ashamed of yourself that you let this shit go on. You don't come out, you don't address nothing. The only thing, like I said in the giddy up, you're only worried about that American dollar. That's it. You're not worried about nothing else. You're not worried about if somebody's feeling bad inside because they're getting beat up on because they like another system and other preferred console. You know, you don't care about none of that stuff. They only care about your American dollar. That is it. They don't care about nothing else. That's why they don't give you nothing else except remakes. And that's facts. I don't care what anybody got to say. All right? I don't care. If you like VR, do you. Okay? Do you. But VR, PlayStation VR is not the end-all, be-all, and it's not going to save Sony. The Portal is not going to save Sony. I don't care if they put the numbers in with the systems that they have sold a PlayStation 5. It's not going to save Sony. It's a failure. It's a failure. I'm sorry. It's a failure. That's why Jism Gordon, I guess he tried to talk to Phil and try to get him to say, are you going to make a handheld? We don't need a handheld. We got Steam Deck. We got all those other peripheral computer handhelds that Xbox is on. That's our handhelds. All right? We don't need a handheld system because you want to try to get them to make a handheld system so you can criticize that, so you can ridicule that about an American company that just wanted to bring games and have their own game system to America, to the USA, having an American gaming console. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I have Sega Genesis, I have Nintendos, I have Japanese consoles. Okay, but when Xbox comes out with a console that's from America, it's a problem. Why is it such a problem to have an American console to succeed in gaming? Why is it? Microsoft has been hated for years with Bill Gates with his software. He's been hated forever. They never wanted Microsoft to they think Microsoft is like a monopoly and is just going to just kill and destroy everything and the world is over. Okay? That's people being, they're just being paranoid about stuff like that. Okay? They deserve to be here just like Nintendo, just like PlayStation. All right? You guys got nothing going on over there. And then when I see the Xbox community or people that do videos and podcasts damage controlling Sony, are you serious right now? After they ridiculed you, and I'm not going to say who they are, they ridiculed you. They ridiculed you, but you go and you damage control Sony. To me, you're not real then. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear that kumbaya and this and that. Have you ever heard anybody from the Sony community legitimately come out, right, and defend Xbox. There might be a couple. The majority of them don't. The majority of them don't at all. They don't. Okay? Now, for those guys, because I'm going to stop talking about them guys because they're old. For those guys that flipped, like Crap and them, I'm calling him by his real name, Crap Gamer and all those guys. I don't even want to talk about the other dude because he's a racist. All right? He's a racist. I don't care what anybody says. He's a racist. They come back, that's fine. It's their choice. They got an Xbox. They want to do Xbox, videos and podcasts and everything. That's fine. But in my opinion, you should have never left. You should have never left. To me, you were not a true Xbox fan, bruh. You wasn't. You wasn't. You went with the hype. You went where the money was. You were just worried about the money. You weren't worried about being a true gamer of Xbox. You was worried about what everybody was ridiculing and making fun of, which was Xbox. So you coming back, I don't care if you come back. You're not validated here. Okay? You were never a true Xbox fan. I'm sorry, you wasn't. Because you should have never left. You can enjoy both systems. All right? You can enjoy both systems and have your opinions about both of the systems that you own. A PlayStation 4, Xbox One, a PS5, a Xbox Series X. That's fine. Okay? The only thing I ever made fun of about PlayStation 5 is that it looks like a skyscraper that Godzilla would knock over in a movie. And everybody liked when I said that. I never talked about how bad or the gameplay was of their games or anything, because I can't, because I don't own a PlayStation 5. But my brother, he bought, and my brother Unlimited can, because they own them. Okay? So if they have an opinion about it, I'm going to take their opinion in thought. Okay? I'm going to go by their opinion because they have one. They're playing it. So I'm going to take that into consideration. All right? Unlimited has called people out in the Xbox community also. So does Hebot. Hebot does not, he doesn't damage control anything at all. If he thinks Xbox is doing something that's wrong, in his opinion and in his mind, he's going to speak it. He's not going to just think that Xbox doesn't do nothing wrong. Every company does. Okay, he's going to address it, and he's going to make videos about it. Right? So I'm letting you know, guys, today, all my brothers in the chat here, rocking out with me this morning, these Xbox guys out here and women that are in the gaming community, stop damage controlling for PlayStation. I don't know why you do that, because they definitely don't come in your defense at all. They make in front of you. All right? Man or woman, they make in front of you. Okay? They do. I'm so sick of people doing that. All right? They deserve this work out here. They do. And we're going to give it to them every time. Every single time, we're going to give them that work. I'm so sick and tired of you guys out here. You're supposed to be like, oh, man, I'm a diehard Xbox fan, and man, and I just love Xbox and things like that. But yet, you're on your own show that's Xbox centric, and you keep damage controlling PlayStation. You know, they're not doing anything good for their community over there. They're not doing nothing good for their consumers over there. They keep bringing you remasters that you keep paying for. Is there anything new coming out right now? Is there? That's not going to make me want to go out and buy a $500 console when you keep making remakes of games and remakes of games and remakes of games. How many remakes are you going to make? That doesn't validate my purchase for $500 for your behemoth system. It doesn't. It does not. I get more for my value and for my buck with Xbox. They give you more for your buck with Ultimate Game Pass. And you're going to keep hearing that from me until it doesn't exist anymore, or until I'm gone. You're going to keep hearing that from me. Okay? PlayStation does not do their community any favors at all. You guys come out and say the opposite. Oh, it's all right to pay $70 for games. So let's flip the script, guys, in the chat. I got to get to the chat and read the chat. I'm really on a roll right now. Let's say Xbox did PlayStation's playbook with always making remakes, with giving you a gaming service that copied their PlayStation Pass. And let's say PlayStation is doing everything that Xbox is doing right now. You know good and goddamn well, if we were on the Xbox side and we said it's okay to pay $70 for games, we're helping the developer. If we were out there saying that and they had PlayStation Ultimate Game Pass, they would be talking the same way I'm talking right now. And that's no bullcrap, and they know it. If you had our savings with Microsoft and Xbox, a real true Game Pass, and we had what you had, and we were out here making videos and doing podcast damage control, and it's okay to pay $70 all the time, we would be the laughing stock of the whole goddamn gaming community of Xbox. We would be the laughing stock because right now, in reality, you are the laughing stock, okay? In the gaming community, okay? The denial station, the ponies, the Xbox trolls, you are the laughing stock right now. And in reality, with the true hardcore brothers out here, you always been. And I forgot to mention my brother 100. Okay? And Flip. All the brothers in intermediate gaming. You are the laughing stock out here in the gaming community. It's not Xbox. You can say whatever you want to say about Xbox. Damage control and the third party thing. Talking about Starfield still. Talking about Forza Motorsport. It doesn't matter. You are the laughing stock right now out here in the gaming community. And just like other Zinc said, and my brother, cannot forget my brother Sega Forever. He's been on a roll with doing his podcast, his podcast back to back with T Reaper. That's a good collaboration. Him and T Reaper really been chopping up game guys out here in the gaming community. Shouts out to those good Xbox brothers. You're going to keep getting this work. It's not Xbox that's the laughing stock. It's you guys. It's you guys that are the laughing stock out here in the gaming community. It's not Xbox. You can say what you want to say and damage control all you want, because I tell you what, guys, every time I go on, when I come home from work, I'll chill on my bed and I'll go through YouTube, right? The gaming part, they still want to damage control Starfield. They still want to damage control all kind of stuff with Xbox because they know Xbox is winning. I'm not going to watch the gaming awards. Me and Sega Forever, I believe Unlimited, probably Zinc. He might, I don't know. He might take glimpses at it. We're not watching it. I know Phil Spencer said, hey, I really want you, and Sarah Bonner, I really want you guys to watch the Game Awards because this is how, that's, I love you, Sarah Bond, Phil, you guys rock, man. I'm a diehard supporter of Xbox, but I'm not watching that crap. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. In my opinion, I think they're going to Spider-Man's going to win Game of the Year. Spider-Man's probably going to win Game of the Year. If I'm wrong, I'll come out and do an apology video. Before the Spider-Man. If Spider-Man doesn't win Game of the Year, your boy Sega Man will come out and say, hey, guys, I was wrong. Spider-Man didn't win Game of the Year. I'll come out and do a video. I'm a man of my word. I don't have to eat my hat. I'm a man of my word. So when I catch wind, because I will, because I know Tuck will always keep me informed. He might be calling me while I'm in the middle of something at work. Dude, hey, Sega Man, you hear what happened? Man, I was down in Groovy Grab Shack eating some pig knuckles, and this would happen on the gaming award. He's gonna call me, or I'll hear from Hebot or Brother Unlimited or one of my brothers or somebody. I'm gonna hear it. I know I am. If they don't win Game of the Year, I will personally do a video apologizing about that because I'm a man of my word. Okay, to me, Jack Off Keighley and the Bias Awards is bar none. I have nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them. That's another thing. They try to damage control that on podcasts about PlayStation and Jeff Keighley. Oh, well, we're just going to roast him. We're going to do this and do that and all this and talk about his clothes and all that, and this and that. But we're not going to go too extreme and crazy. No, you need to. That's the problem. You need to be extreme. You need to be, because they did it to you since 2013, still in 2023. Well, that's what we are out here in the gaming community. That's what we are here in the Outlaws of Xbox chat. We're extreme because they've done it to us for forever. It's their turn now, and there's no turning back. Okay? Take this L. Let me say it again. Take this L with no Vaseline. Okay? Because you deserve it. You deserve everything you get. Okay? You did this. You deserve this backlash out here in the true Xbox gaming community. You deserve it. You don't get a pass. You don't get no leniency over here. You don't. You have gotten people's channels taken down. You have gotten people taken off of social media spaces like my brother Hebot. No. You're going to get this work. You got my brother E-Rock's channel taken down, but it's back. We're going to have a Christmas special coming up. If you can see down here, the Exile Podcast is back. All right? You're still going to hear E-Rock run his mouth. It's just going to be on my channel, and I'm glad he's running his mouth because you can't shut him up. You cannot shut us up out here in the gaming community. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. You guys did this, man. This is the way it is. And I'm calling out the some of the Xbox community. I'm calling out some of the Xbox community because of the crap. Let me see what's going on here. What was I looking at here? Something I was looking at here. I thought I had a message somewhere. I have to check it later. But I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you out. And right now, let me read some of the chat. Let me start from the beginning. Read some of the chat. Your boy Sega Man got to get his readers on. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Let me read some of the chat here. Unlimited Production says Xbox makes more money. More money is more profitable, has more revenue, has more studios, more games, and own the biggest publishers, and they are in first place. Mario and Spider-Man don't come too close. Let me get that right. But that was way down there, but still, I read it. But you know what? Unlimited is right. Unlimited is right about that. They don't come close. Unlimited is right about that, man. And he gave me a shout out. He gave Zink a shout out. What's up, Bob? Lewis Frag in the building. Other Zink in the building. Hey, you know how I am, man. Sometimes I'll do these at any time, brother Zink. You know what I mean? I really want you to come back. I know you've been busy, but I can't wait for us to chop up game. If you can only come on the, when we do the Xbox special, on the Exile special week before Christmas on the weekend, Has anyone been mentioning the Discovery shit yet? No, I guess not, Peltrex, and thank you for coming, man. Thank you for coming, man. I just read Unlimited's opinion right here. Look at this, because he's telling the truth. It's the truth. Spider-Man and Mario does not come close. But I got a message. No, I think it's on the Xbox. They don't come close. They don't. They can say whatever they want, Unlimited, and Unlimited knows this. Big bank takes little bank. It's always been that way. But see, the big bank is treating us good. They're not treating us like crap. That's the problem. They're not treating us like crap. When Sony had big bank, when the first PlayStation came out, they had bad business practices back then. He-Bun always preaches this all the time. What they did to Sega and Nintendo and different things like that. They had it back then. They always been that way. They do not care about the customer. They just care about your dollar. That is it. They do not care about the customer. Another proven fact, when people had stuff wrong with their PlayStation 3s, I was one of them. Because I own one. It's in the garage graveyard in a box, lying dormant and cold. But when I had it up, I didn't want to be recharged because I wanted to try out their service thing. And I slipped up and I kind of almost forgot. They tried to give me a hard time. Well, make sure we'll take care of you this time, but just make sure you don't do it again because we're not going to correct the mistake again. Like, he was very adamant about it. So I don't want to be part of that. It was a mistake. You know what I mean? They're very tough on their customers. Very tough. You get stuff stolen, your games go away. You get hacked. They get hacked all the time. A lot of people that were on the Sony side had a hard time trying to get their money back and stuff like that. Or if one of their kids accidentally got in there and charged, maybe 3 or 4 games that came to $130 or whatever, $180, whatever, they'll give you a hard time. There's even some that had to take them to court. If something happens on the Microsoft side, where somebody makes a mistake, you might get a little bit of, back and forth sometimes, but usually they give it back. You don't hear Microsoft and Xbox going to court because something happened over there where somebody made a mistake with one of their kids or charging something or something like that. They always give it back. It's Sony that's always in the courts when it comes to stuff like that. It's not Microsoft and Xbox. It's Sony that was in the courts. You know what I mean? So that's another thing that's a big turnoff with them. They don't have good customer service. They don't. Luz Frag says Sony days are numbered, and they are. And you know what? Luz Frag says that all the time. Every time that Luz Frag is in the chat with us, Unlimited, whoever, he says that Sony's days are numbered, and they are. I'm sorry. It's the way it is. It's the way it is, man. Nobody is honestly going to be happy that are true gamers of games until they go away, because the toxicity out here in the gaming community, it is not Xbox. And there's a lot of guys that try to say it's Xbox. It's not. It's always been Sony. After that 2013 thing, the thing is they've been hurt since the Xbox 360 days. The true Sony fans been hurt since the Xbox 360 days. Why, guys? Because Xbox 360 was whipping their ass in that gaming era, whipping their ass when it came to gaming. You want us to be competitive, right? You want us to be competitive, right? Xbox 360 was competitive with PlayStation 3, and they got their ass beat. They got an L. At the end of the generation, they started to come back, but they had a big old L because the 360 was the darling back then. It was kicking their ass. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. The PlayStation 2, let's keep truth to facts, sold more than any other system, it was beating the ass of the competition of Xbox. It was. Okay. You have to pay. You have to give it out for the PlayStation 2. And a lot of people don't like PlayStation at all, but the PlayStation 2 was kicking everybody's ass. It was. And I'm an Xbox dude, and I can admit that. I'm not mad because PlayStation 2 was kicking everybody's ass when it came to the console sales and gaming. I wasn't. I was still playing my OG Xbox, not giving a damn. I wasn't mad. I wasn't doing videos. I wasn't doing things on Facebook or MySpace or whatever was out. I was playing my games. Okay? They were the darling back then. But when the 360 came out and destroyed the PS3, they've been hurt since then till now. That's what that's all about. That's what that is all about, guys. I'm telling you. That's half of it. Brother Unlimited says, digital world is in general. Yeah, he's saying that this Paltrex, but it's that fair with all digital world in general. So I guess he's talking about, everything being digital. And yes, that's a big thing. Yes. I mean, it is going to come to that. I mean, me and Hebot and Unlimited, we are collectors. We talk about it the most, I think, out of all of us. We are collectors of video games and stuff like that. But at the end all be all, I want it to stay around. Okay. I want stuff like this. I want stuff like this to stay around. Okay. I do. Physical media. But there is going to be a day, honestly, I might be here, I might not, where this goes away. Okay. Eventually it's going to go away. I think, I think you might get some physical stuff here and there, but stuff like this it's going to go away. I have to face the fact of that. Hey, you know what happens if I'm still here? Let's say all the physical stuff goes away. I'll be playing my OG physical stuff, my Sega Saturn, my Sega CD, Sega Genesis, my OG Xbox games, GameCube, whatever, stuff like that. You can still pick up and play physical media if you collect it, but eventually it's gonna go away, and there's nothing that I can do about it. I think Best Buy is gonna get rid of all that pretty soon. So I think a lot of people are gonna start buying a lot of physical media before all that goes away from Best Buy. Yeah, that's Peltrix and Brother Limited. They're talking on here. And Lewis Frank says, keep putting the boot on their necks. Big bank takes little bank. That's what I just said. Because it's the truth. And we're going to keep putting our boot on our neck because they've done it to us since 2013. You're going to get this work. It doesn't matter what you say. You can keep damage control on Xbox and waiting to see. And you know what? Wait until, what's up, T Reaper? What's up, my brother? Wait until the gaming awards. I'm not going to wait. Just wait. They're going to find something else. Sorry, guys. They're going to find something else. They're going to find something. I'm telling you. Phil Spencer and Sarah Bonnet, they want us to watch the Game Awards. It's probably going to be pretty big. I think it's going to be like I gave my prediction. I think the backwards compatibility is coming back, and it's going to be the Activision games and different things like that. Maybe a new Jade Empire or something like that, or something. I don't know, but there's something that's coming back, or they're bringing new, and they're going to try to beat it down. You watch. After the Gaming Awards, you will have all these bait and click gaming media channels put something up. What's that? What's the guy that always sucks on big pickles? Is that Rich and Retech View? Is that him that likes sucking on big pickles and stuff like that? Man, I don't even want to go there. But people like him, they're going to be damage controlling it. You'll see. There's going to be something bad about it. I'm a day after. It's on the 7th. A day after on that night when I get off of work, I'm gonna watch it. If Unlimited has a show and I'm at work, I know you can hear me, Brother Unlimited. Send me a link, and I'll be in there for a while I'm at work, because I want to hear the good stuff. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be at work. What is it? Is it on a Thursday? Is it 7th on a Thursday? I think it's not, no, wait. Is it? Wait. What's today? Today is the 4th. So let's see. Tuesday, Wednesday, it's on a Thursday, right? I'm gonna hear it. You know, T. Uber says ponies can't do basic math. Sega man, 3 trillion is the bigger number and always will be. Facts, T. Reaper. Facts, Brother T. Reaper. I'm so glad that Brother T. Reaper is part of our podcast, the Outlaws of Xbox podcast. He comes on the Unlimited. I think he's been on the Unlimited Truth, and he rocks out with the Wrecking Crew. You know, with our brother Sega Forever. It's the truth. Sony will never be a $3 trillion company. They won't. I'm sorry. Back in the day, when people used to rock out Sony, when they made stuff with quality, when they used to make good receivers, when they used to make good CD players, everybody had a Sony Walkman. I didn't. I'm going to keep it true to facts to you. My mom couldn't afford no Sony Walkman. So guess what I had? Guess what kind of Walkman I had? Sound Design. That's what I had. Gold Star. You know, what's the other one called? What's the other cheap one called? What is the other one called? There's another one that I had too, that I ended up getting later. I can't remember. But I had the cheap Walkmans. My mom couldn't. Hey, single mother with 2 kids. She can't. My dad wasn't there at the time. You know, things happened. She couldn't afford me to get a Sony Walkman, so I had to get the Sound Design, the Tandy or whatever, the cheaper brand. But I was wrong. I was still liking the Walkman. But back in those days, that's when Sony was king. Those days are over. Those days are long gone. They're long gone. Their receivers are garbage now. Their TVs are garbage. Their phones are they're what's that, Sony Vega, whatever. That's a bunch of garbage. I will not buy a Sony TV. My friend had such a bad experience with a Sony TV, he never went back. He stayed with Samsung, and that's it. He didn't even go to nothing else. I like Toshiba. Samsung's my number one. I have a Toshiba little one. I like Toshiba. I like Mitsubishi. Is it Mitsubishi? Mitsubishi they make TVs too, right? I believe. Samsung. I think that's about it. I might get a TLC or something like that, or LG or something like that, but I will never buy a Sony. Never. Never. The receivers are garbage. They're horrible. I had a friend, his name was Tony, like my real name, Italian brother. He used to fix that stuff, and he worked for a company, this dude that owned an electronics company, and they used to take all that stuff, go in people's houses, pick the stuff up, take it back and fix it. And he told me, man, he's like, yo, don't ever own anything Sony. It's garbage. I know, I worked in a shop. Don't ever own anything. It's garbage. And it is garbage. It is. Back in the day, they were king. That's long gone now. Okay? Sony cannot compete with Xbox or Microsoft. They never could. I don't care if they capitalize with the PS4. Hey, that was a great business move. Got to give it up to them for that. Great business move by doing that. Was sneaky, underhanded, but I mean, it was. I mean, it was. It was good for them. Everybody, they got their laughs in. They enjoyed that ride. That ride is over. That ride is over. There's not going to be no more rides like that now that Big Phil Spencer is running the amusement park. Those days are over now. Phil Spencer's running the amusement park now, Sony. You either play nice or you're on ice. That's just the way it is. That's square biz. All right? That's the way it is, man. And there's nothing that they can say or do about it. There's nothing they can say or do. Phil is a nice guy. He's a nice guy. I don't want to. I would never. Would you guys want to see Phil mad? Can you imagine Phil mad? I wouldn't want to see Phil Spencer mad out here in the gaming community. Would you? Because can you imagine if he got mad over this stuff? Sony would be gone today. As a gaming company, they would be gone. The only thing keeping them afloat right now is remakes and remasters, and the PlayStation 5 is the only thing keep their movies are butt. Their movies are poop butt garbage. The only thing keeping them alive right now is the PlayStation of not software, but the PlayStation 5 is keeping them alive. If that goes away, they're done. Stop making handhelds. That handheld's going to fail miserably. You're not going to be able to touch the new Switch. When the new Switch comes out, I know people, still enjoying the first. When that comes out and they're still out, they're done. I'm telling you, they're done. They should have never gotten to the handheld bit. That was stupid. They failed with the PSP, which was the best one they had, because I own one, so I can talk about it. The Vita was a failure. I own the Vita. I can talk about it. It went away. It went away. You would have thought they would learn their lesson then, right, guys? But they didn't. They made another handheld. It's going to fall to the wayside of the Vita. It is. There's people that bought it already, did reviews on it, and took it back. It's going to fail. VR is failing. I'm sorry. If I want to get into VR, okay, I'm going to buy an Oculus Rift. I'm not buying a PlayStation VR. If I want true VR, I'm going to go with a true VR system, which is Oculus. I'm not going to go with a PlayStation VR. I don't care how good the new one looks and what it does and this and that. If I want to get into VR, I'm going to get into a real VR company, which is Oculus Rift. I'm going to go with an Oculus. Okay? The real deal. My son has one. That's what I'm going to go with. All right? Let me read the rest of the chat here. I'm going off, man. Spend them out of business. Sony fucked around and fucked out. They found out. Yeah, they did. Hey, Lou, you're right. Big Lou, you're right. They did. And it's too bad. I told you, I don't feel sorry for them. All these guys and all these girls and women out here that are damage controlling Sony on these Xbox channels is ridiculous. Why are you doing that? I don't understand why they do stuff like that. The Sony guys never come out and do nothing like that. Oh, well, I think Sony, I think they should be, I think Xbox is, they don't do nothing like that. They don't do nothing like that. You might have a couple out here that might do that. They don't do that. So why are you doing that? You're either receiving free games or something from Sony, that the reason why you do that, in my opinion. All right? Because most of the time on your channel, you talk about Xbox games you play and PC games you play. You don't really talk about that much about the Sony games you play. But yet you damage control Sony. Why? Why do you do that? Every podcast you do that. You're the only one out of your whole crew that does that the most. All right? And it's a shame because I like this person. Stop doing that, please. Why do you keep damage controlling for them? It's okay to be fair sometimes, but not. Why are you doing it all the time? Because they don't care nothing about you, and they're not going to be fair to you, so why do you do it? It is what it is, but I'm just saying, they can do whatever they want. Freedom of speech, freedom of choice, freedom of what you want to do. But I'm going to talk about it because I have freedom of speech, freedom of choice, freedom of what I want to talk about. And I don't think you should be doing that. I think you're doing us wrong over here by doing that. Always damage controlling the pony bots, the pony junkies, whatever you want to call them, the trolls. I'm tired of that crap, man. Stop protecting Sony because they ain't doing nothing for you. They're not. Pony bots are a joke. Plain and simple, Sega, man. It is the truth, Big Lou. It is the truth. Microsoft has Sony in a sharpshooter. Let them damage control. They'll tap out at the end, and they will. Big Lou is right again. They will. Yeah, he is, Peltrex. He is. Smitty Smith in the building. What's up, brother? Salute to my brother, Smitty Smith. Big shout out to my brother Poseidon. Hope you have a good holiday, my brother. Brother Poseidon, man. He's been so good to us in the Xbox community. Big shot and give a big welcome. A big hand clap to our brother Poseidon, man. He's another one that's great out here in the Xbox gaming community. Big shout out to him. And I want to give a shout out to some OGs real quick, guys, because I'm going to end this here in a minute. I want to give a shout out to Showstopper, man. I really liked Showstopper because at the time when I wasn't doing this, I was a little weak. I'm gonna be honest with you because I never experienced nothing like this till I got on YouTube about how they talked about Xbox back then, and it got to me a little bit, and I did get down a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I got down a little bit because I got tired of hearing it over and over again. When I would say something nice or start doing little videos about Xbox, I live in a house with slanted roof. I sleep in pissy sheets. My kids are fat and all this other stuff. Yeah, I got a little down. But when Showstopper would come out and do these pony videos and do commentary on it, he had me laughing so hard I forgot about all that stuff. I missed that dude, man. So big shouts out to Showstopper, man. He was a great dude out here in the community. Microbox of X, a big part of Xbox. Microbox of X. I miss you, brother. And sometimes he comes back and he's in our chats, and we even had him one time on the Exile podcast when me and E-Rock first started, and it was so good to have him out on there. The Welsh Gamer. All these guys, man, I miss these guys because they were positive, true Xbox fans, and I miss them, man. I miss those guys. So a shout out to all them. Shouts out to them, man. You know? T-Weaver says, enough remakes to put Sony back on track, most likely. Man. I would be so sad if I was a Sony player right now, guys. If I was a Sony player right now, man, I would be so sad. I mean, they just keep making remake after remake. I would be so sad over there, man. I don't know. I think honestly, if I was a Sony player, guys, let's say I was a diehard Sony fan, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I would give up on them in turncoat. I'm just being true. They don't have nothing new. I don't blame some of those guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Guys that are true PlayStation fans, I'm not gonna say pony. True PlayStation fans that say, you know what? I paid $500 for this PlayStation 5. The Last of Us I liked on there. I do kind of like Spider-Man. I really like God of War because I owned it since the PlayStation 2. And I'm glad they brought out other ones. And I kind of did like Uncharted. But I'm not seeing nothing new. I'm not seeing anything that's innovative. They're not doing me good game as a game service as Microsoft is doing. I'm spending more money and getting less enjoyment. So I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to trade in my PlayStation 5, my games, and I'm going to go out here and get me an Xbox Series S. Or I'm going to get me, if I have enough, I'm going to get me an Xbox Series X. And I'm going to get 3 months of Ultimate Game Pass where I don't have to spend $70 a month for games that I want. Or better yet, let me get 6 months. Let me get 6 months of Ultimate Game Pass because games drop, out here digitally that are $70 or $60 a month. I'll be saving my money if I get an Xbox Series X or S and get Ultimate Game Pass where I can play over 200 games, first-party exclusives that come out at $70, and I can play it for free through my subscription to Ultimate Game Pass. That's the only way to go. All right, it is. It's the only way to go. I have a lot of games on here that I would like to buy right now, but it's Christmas and my family, my kids, my wife, my sister, they come first. So I have money put away for Christmas for my kids, um, the stuff I want to do for my wife, family and stuff like that. So if I don't have the cash to buy it, I could play some new great games that are coming on Game Pass. You know what I mean? Or I can use my Microsoft rewards to get those games. So I have choices, right? With Xbox, you have choices. There's different ways to earn money to get games, Microsoft money to get games, or renew your ultimate subscription, ultimate Game Pass subscription. That's what a lot of brothers out here do. A lot of them, some of them don't even buy games. They keep renewing ultimate Game Pass. You know what I mean? Now I know I have stuff in here. You say, man, you can afford the games. Yeah, I can sell a couple games out of my library and get the game that I want, but I'm preserving gaming with what I have, so I don't need to do that. The only way I'll ever sell anything out of my gaming collection, or if I had to sell my entire gaming collection, would be for my kids. If something was to happen, like I don't know anything, uh, give my kids money towards a car, college, anything like that, I'm going to sell it that day because my kids come first before my hobby. My kids are first. I'm last. So yes, I do have stuff that's worth a lot of money, but I'm not going to sell it unless I have to. You know what I mean? I got a couple games that I can go out right now, take to my exchange, and I can go buy a PS5. I'm being honest with you. If I wanted a PS5 or if I wanted to buy a PS4 right now, which I don't, I can take 2 or 3 games, maybe mix and match with some of the systems I got, and I'll have one easily. But I don't want to do that because I'm a connoisseur, an OG of gaming collecting and retro gaming. I'm an OG out here, so I'm not going to do that, guys. You understand? I'm not going to do that. But I can. The only way I'll ever sell any of this stuff, guys, is for my kids or my family. That's it. If we need money, if something happens, this stuff will go today, all of it. If my kids needed to go, was in a hospital, let's say, I don't want to say that at all, but let's say if something happened, like something like that or whatever, something your medical card wouldn't cover. I got coverage through my work. Let's say I needed more money, right? I'm going to sell this shit today. It doesn't matter. I don't care what it is. It's all going to go today. That's what true gamers do. I'm going to sell this shit today if I have to for my kids, man. I don't care. My kids can go away. This stuff will never go away. It's physical media. It'll always be here, regardless. Unless somebody burns it up or destroys it, it's the only way you're going to get rid of it. All right? That's true to facts, guys. You know what I mean? But I'm going to end this video, this live stream here in a minute. I want to read the rest of the chat. Smitty Smith saying, what's up? And hey, brother, it is the Game Pass, brother. The Game Pass is a blessing to a lot of people, brother. It is. There's nothing wrong with having Game Pass. When Game Pass first came out, I did a video a long time ago calling it the welfare pass. That video blew up. It even was on Facebook. Somebody put it on Facebook. It blew up because that's what they thought it was. They were calling it they were saying it was an EBT pass. I said, no, what you trying to say? It's a welfare pass? You're the one that needs it the most. You don't buy games. You would need that the most if you want to call it a welfare pass, which it wasn't. You would need it the most if you would use your head and use your head right. It's better than paying full price for games, isn't it? It's a no-brainer. Use your head. You know what I mean? Ultimate Game Pass is just a better subscription right now. PlayStation cannot touch Ultimate Game Pass, and you guys know it. You guys know it. It can't. It is a blessing. Baldur's Gate 3 is winning Game of the Year. Okay, Brother Unlimited. Well, thing about Baldur's Gate, if Baldur's Gate wins, all right, because that's coming to Xbox. It's not a PlayStation exclusive because it's coming to Xbox. If that wins, I'll still do that apologize video. You know, I'm thinking Spider-Man. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I will come out and I'll do a video, Brother Unlimited. If they win, I'll be happy. If Baldur's Gate wins, Brother Unlimited, I'll be happy, brother. If they win, your boy Sega Man, I'll be happy. You know? And then Zink says the Book of X. Smitty Smith. Brothers giving a shout out. T. Reaper says Halo Season 2 is also coming in February on Paramount Plus. Nice. I'll definitely be... Oh, let me put it back up. I'll definitely be watching that, man. Just reading the chat real quick. Brother Zink. I love you, brother. You the man, bro. You the man, bro. Zink says, I'm going to be all over the Halo show. I'm going to view season 1 for the 10th time this week. Zink. I love Zink, man. He's a diehard. I love him, Zink, bro. Zink. I mean, Zink's the man. I'm telling you, man. I'll tell you what made me mad real quick. When Zink was, I think it was on 100 show, when he had that dude on. I don't know. I forgot the dude's name. And he was fighting with Zink. Oh, man, that made me mad. I'm not going to lie. That made me mad. That made me mad. Bruh, stop disrespecting the OGs out here, man. Stop disrespecting, bruh. Shut your mouth and listen, bruh. Nobody didn't say you couldn't have no opinion, bruh, all right? But shut your mouth and listen. Listen to a gaming historian, man. He's been out here. He's been in these gaming streets before your ass was born, G. Have some respect. Ain't nobody disrespecting you. When you hear OG talking out here in the gaming community, shut the hell up. Listen for a minute. All right? Then you can say what you got to say. Have a little bit of decency, a little bit of respect. That's the problem with you, some of y'all out here. You don't have no respect for the OGs like Hebot and Zink and even me. You don't have no respect. That made me mad. That really made me mad. I was mad. Zink was yelling. This dude was trying to, he was very disrespectful to Zink. I don't like that. You know what I mean? I know Zink told me, Segman's cool, whatever. Yeah, it's cool. But he should have had that was disrespectful, bruh. Shut your mouth and listen, man. You know what I mean? The only reason why they do that stuff, to be honest with you, is to boost channels and boost themselves. It's the only reason why they do it. That was disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful to the OGs out here, man. You know what I mean? That was disrespectful. That made me mad as hell, bro. I was mad. Let's see. T Reaper. Nice. I'm happy. Season 2 is focused on a fall of Reach. Then season 3 will finally be focused. Yeah. I got big Halo friends in here. T Reaper, other Zink, 100. They're all big, huge Halo fans. Other Zink said, Unlimited Productions is 100% correct. The Xbox division has been in first place for a long time. Yes, it has. They can go out and say what they want to say. Xbox is in first place, man. You know what I mean? It is. But you know what? I'm not out here in PlayStation-centric podcasts clowning them. I'm not out here doing videos every other day like you see your big YouTubers doing, clowning PlayStation. I'm not. If I think there's something that's wrong out here in the gaming community, like I'm doing today with people, damage control PlayStation in the Xbox gaming community, I'm gonna do a video on it, or I'm gonna do a little live stream on it. I'm gonna say something about it. I'm gonna do a video, whatever. Okay, I'm not out here on PlayStation channels. Aha, the Series X is more powerful than that piece of shit PlayStation 5 that looks like a skyscraper that Gamera knocked down. I'm not out here doing stuff like that. I'm not. I did this to be funny. I did go to Best Buy and make in front of it and said, look at this. It looks like body armor because that thing's huge. I'm sorry, it's huge, bruh. I'm not damage controlling that. The PlayStation 5 is. If I had one in my lap right now, you wouldn't be able to see me. It looks like a model of a skyscraper that's in a monster movie. That's what it looks like, a sci-fi movie. It does. Or an oversized uh, 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 a computer router you would buy at GB's or something like that. You know what I mean? Or like a seat in the back of a bin in Zehrs or something like that. Or Ames. In those big bins they throw shit in there and you pay like it have a 2, 3, or 4, or they have 5 or 6, 7 stickers on it. What prices it used to be? Now it's down to $1.50, $1.99 or something. It's big and huge, and it can be body armor. That's how big it is, man. It's just the way it is, man. That's what it is. You know what I mean? There's no damage control in that. That thing is a monster. It's bigger than the PlayStation 3. It's bigger than the original Xbox OG one. It's big as hell. Damn. He's talking about the Discovery content. That's another thing. And Peltrex is right. I think they're taking a lot of shows off of PlayStation on their console. I think I was hearing. I think a lot of shows are going to be disappearing off of the PlayStation network over there. I don't know, man. I don't know. You better go get a Fire Stick. Yeah, you're right, TB. PlayStation is the most anti-competitive company. You're right. TB, you're right, brother. You're right. Huh? Brother Unlimited just said it right here. You guys getting some of that smoke. They're getting that smoke right now. Brother Unlimited said, I certainly will, Sega Man, but I do not watch the gaming awards. He's another one. My brother Unlimited, not going to be watching it. And then he said, T. Ripper said it's at 4:30 Thursday. Peltrex, my phone is a Sony. That's it. Well, hey man, if your phone's good, cool. If your phone works good for you, it's a Sony phone, bro, and it works good for you, that's cool. You know what I mean? That's cool, man. Toolman 55, what's up, brother? Phil is turning over tables. You know what? I watched the whole interview, guys, if you didn't watch it. Watch Mr. Phil Spencer in Brazil. Man, he was like a little kid in a candy store. They love Xbox. Let me tell y'all something. Me and Hebut were doing a podcast on, it was called Sega Man at the time, Game Talk with Sega Man. And there was people in here from Brazil shouting us out. All the way from Brazil, shouting us out. Man, that was a great day. I love that. To hear some people from across the world shouting us out over here in the good old USA, shouting us out about Xbox. That was one of the best podcasts I ever had created with Brother Hebot. That was awesome. Brazil, and we had brothers from, I think they were from Mexico, that came in there also. Man, it was great. Shout out to my Latino brothers in gaming. They love Xbox too, man. Except for Big Forehead and a couple other people. I say it's the PS5 and Phil's generous that to keep them alive, Sega Man. It is. If it wasn't for Phil, I believe that. If that was Don Matrick, they would have been gone a long time ago, bro. Don Matrick, he ain't gonna keep them alive. He ain't. The Xbox Series X, $350 at Walmart. And you guys better jump on that. What's up, Graphic God? Graphic God's down here. Big Graphic God in the house. What's up, man? That's another, me and Graphic God. it was a good experience talking to Graphic God. I never ever thought I was ever going to talk to this brother. I'm going to be honest with you. When Graphic God used to do all that stuff for those other guys, you know, it was cool stuff. And at the time, I couldn't really get a gamer pick or anything, but I would look at Graphic God stuff. I'm like, man, this guy's amazing. You know, it's amazing. I have the gamer pick that Graphic God made me. I have it on a shirt, but I also have it on a mask. Remember when the COVID thing was coming out? I got to find it. But I got it on a mask. I got a special made mask with the Sega Man logo on it. You know, I do want to get a mug. And I want Graphic God to actually do me another gamer pick. It's just the timing. And Graphic God knows. He knows I'm gonna talk to him. He knows that. He's on Xbox Live. When I see him on there, or I'll message him. I do want another gamer pick, brother. I'm going to do it. Just it's just timing wise. I'm not procrastinating to you. I do want another gamer pick, and I want you to do me another one, man. I want you to do me a different type of one. You know, we're going to talk about it. I got some ideas, brother Graphic God. You know, we're going to talk about it. Shouts out to you, man. Beautiful Canada. You know what I mean? Out there. Big shouts out to you, man. And he does great work, man. He really does. You know, help your brother Graphic God out, man. He does fantastic work. He's done gamer picks for me. He bought Brother 100, amongst other people in the gaming community. He's a great guy. We clicked, man. We were talking about a lot of Sega stuff, you know. Brother, you should come on my show tonight. We are doing the best of Sega. What time is it? Oh, tomorrow night, I mean. God damn. What time, Graphic God? I got to work. I work 3 to 11, bro. Eastern time. I work 3 to 11. God damn it. I would like to be on that. Damn it. I was on Graphic God's Retro Renegades. Oh, shit. I tell you what, Graphic God, do me a favor. Tomorrow, send me a link. I'll be at work, but I take my lunch, brother, at 7. I can be on for a little while. At least come in and shout you out and say what's up to everybody. Give your opinion on some things about Sega Genesis. If you want to and you remember, brother, send me a link. Either through you can send it through Facebook or Instagram. Brother Graphic God, I can come on. I take my break at 7 p.m. So if you want me to come on, I can come on for about a half hour, 45 minutes, and hang out for a while. I want to come back on and chop up game with you, man, because Graphic God he's a great guy, man. You know, we use what? Meta now. So you can use animated avatars. Oh, nice. That's what I'm going to talk to you, Graphic God. Oh, yeah. You can do Google. I can log in using your Google account. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You know what, brother? I want to talk to you. Probably after the holidays. I mean, talk to you either on Xbox or something like that. You know, I want to talk to you about some things. I want to get another gamer pick, brother. If you can, will I be able to come on tomorrow? Then, I mean, just let me know, man. Log in using your Google account. Yes, I can do that. If you're talking about coming on the show, yes, I can through Google. I can do that on my phone, brother Graphic God. But yeah, man, support your brother Graphic God, man. I mean, he's a good guy. We were talking about Sega Genesis, different things using. I think we were talking about using a Raspberry Pi. That's something you can get emulators, different things to play all these great games. But now that you have Antstream is really cool. If you like OG video games and you don't want to go through all that stuff, I want to do it. But if you don't want to go through all that stuff, you can get the Antstream on your Xbox, which is actually exclusive to Xbox. It's not coming out for the PlayStation. It's actually exclusive to Xbox. Did you guys know that? Now, it might come out later. The guy, I seen the interview. The guy said he might probably release it later on PlayStation. But for right now, it's kind of exclusive right now to Xbox, which is awesome. And guess what's crazy? You get to play PlayStation 1 games on your Series S or X. Isn't that crazy? You get to play games on there on the Series X, man. You get to play PlayStation 1 games on your Xbox. They're not great games, but you get to play their games on our Xbox. You know what I mean? Let me see what you say. I'll send you a link. All right, cool, Graphic God. That's cool. You can mod your Genesis Mini too. Awesome, bro. This is what I'm talking about. We had fun. When I was talking to Graphic God, guys, when he first made my gamer pick, I talked to him for over an hour. It was a while, probably over an hour and a half. We were talking for a while. Graphic God is a great dude, man. So if you guys want anything done, hit him up on Instagram, Twitter, and stuff, or Xbox, the Xbox community. But basically, try hitting him up on Instagram, Twitter. They say, hey, Graphic God, what's up, brother? Hey, man, I got a channel I'm starting. I want a gamer pick. And he got reasonable prices. He got 3 tiers, I think, of prices, to the lowest, to the middle, to the highest. And it doesn't matter if it's the lowest. It's still quality. The middle, quality. The highest, quality. He makes quality work. Hit my brother of Retro Renegades, Graphic God, up, man. Well, guys, guess what? What time is it? Still early here? What time we got? Oh, 10:13. That's not bad. Well, guys, I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm going to get back to some gaming. All right? But I wanted to do this rant video because I'm sick and tired of these people out here in the Xbox community that just, some of them I just think, why are you damage controlling for Sony? It's our time now. You know? They don't get a break, okay? I'm sorry. They don't get a break. They don't get a pass. They don't get no sympathy from me. They just don't. And if my brothers out here in the chat, big shouts out to them. Big shouts out to everybody in the chat because they think the same way. The chat is what keeps us going. The chat is what keeps us going. And the chat also keeps you informed. Your chat is your media. Your chat is also part of your media. They might come out and say something you never knew about. That's why I will always respect the chat. All the time. I don't care if there's 2 people in here. They're part of our podcast and they mean something. Their opinions mean something. And they're always going to be shown on my channel. They're always going to be shown. Some people don't even put up people's opinions. They don't. They'll bypass it and go to somebody else. They're always going to be on here. Because I have a lot of respect for them, man. But this is your boy Sega, man. I'm going to be getting out of here, guys. I'm going to go back to playing some games on the best box, which is the Xbox, man. You know, I like the music of Gears of War 4. That's why I put this on for this live stream. I love the music of the Gears of War 4 intro, man. This is a beautiful game, man, on a 4K TV. Man, I mean, it's a beautiful game. I mean, everything in detail, the characters even back then with Unreal Engine 4. I mean, it's amazing what they could do with the graphics in Gears, man. Gears 6 is going to be unimaginably explosive, bro. I'm telling you. It's going to be fantastic. And I'm hearing something. Let me tell you something before I leave. The girl that left Gears to go work on God of War, I believe Cliffy B is going to take over right there. That's my theory. I'm putting on my Xbox tinfoil kufi. The girl that left to go to God of War, all right, there's no ill will. It's a business decision she wanted to do. She wants to do God of War, whatever, let her do it. Don't shun her, okay? She did a business move. That's what she did. Let her go. You know what I mean? Shouts out to her, all right? It's a business move, you know? It ain't gonna hurt us, her being gone. Trust me. You know, it's what she wants to do, let her do it. There was no ill will towards her. Cliff, Phoebe, in my opinion, is coming back to work and stay with Gears of War 6. I believe Cliffy B's coming back. And that might even be announced at the Game Awards. Maybe Cliffy B coming back to the Gears, coming back to Coalition and joining the Gears family. That's just, I'm putting on my tinfoil kufi. That might not happen, but that could be one of the surprises. Cliffy B coming back to do Gear 6. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I want to thank each last one of you that came and rocked out with me today in my rant. Okay? These Xbox eccentric channels, you need to stop doing that. Stop protecting Sony. Okay? Stop protecting Sony. They're not going to do it for you. They never did it for you, and they never will. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here, man. You guys have a great week. Look forward to the weekend. We got Christmas coming up soon. We have our Christmas special coming up a week before Christmas with the Exile podcast with my brother, E-Rock, He-Bot, Unlimited, Zinc, all of us, Dea, Tuck, T-Reaper, and possibly, if we can, maybe we could try to get Sega Forever on there. We'll see. Big shout out to my Hawaiian Xbox brother, man. He's been killing it out here. All right, guys, I'm going to get going. Peace and love, guys. Xbox for life. We don't die. We multiply. Remember, we're always eating good over here, baby, with Ultimate Game Pass. And remember, there is definitely no power greater than X. Peace, guys. You guys have a nice week. And happy Xbox gaming, guys. Peace.